Hello everyone, Alec Elger, the SideQuest Gamer here, and I just came here with an important update and all that. You may have asked, what happened with the whole hiatus and all that? Why did I wait like a month and a half to upload the Super Mario Land 2 DX video after the Season 4 finale? Well, it's actually several things. One, I got sick, and well, I can't really edit or even want to script anything if I'm sick. Two, I got a job recently at like a local casino, which I will not disclose for, privacy reasons and all that, but yeah, I finally got a job, and it's pretty exciting, I finally have the money to like get stuff for like this channel and all that. And the best part is it's a short drive from my house, so that's pretty neat. I get to save money on gas, because gas is pretty expensive nowadays, I mean, let's face it. The new job especially kept me pretty busy because while I had to train at another casino that was like a half hour from where I lived and all that, the one that's closer is like when we opened up, we all had like a 10-day grind where there's no weekends or days off in between. 10 days straight from Wednesday to the Saturday after that week. And let me tell you, it was so satisfying to finally have that weekend. But now that the grand opening is over, it's going to get a little less busy, so I'll have more time for the channel, don't worry. So yeah, that's what I've been up to during my hiatus, but it didn't go to waste because I got some brand new things for the channel because it got me a nice paycheck where I can actually buy some nice things for the channel. Now, it's no secret I have a Yeti, but check this out. I got a pop filter for it. Look at that. It's so soft. I also got myself some work shoes, but you probably don't care about that, let's face it. But here's a really nice thing that y'all on Twitter probably know what it is, but I got a Switch, look at that, I got a Switch, I got a Nintendo Switch, I got a freaking Nintendo Switch. You know that really hot item last year? Well, I'm such a conformist, I went out and bought it a year after. Because, you know what? I'm really skeptical when it comes to new consoles. Like, I did not buy the 360 until it was close to the end of its lifespan because I was really concerned about how the hardware would hold up. Like, the Red Ring of Death was very reputable and not really good for Xbox fans and the Xbox in general, but I got the latest model and it still works to this day, so it helps to be a little skeptical, Who knows, the first model, the PS4, might turn out to be a piece of crap in like a few years to come. Whether the hardware of the Switch will fail in years to come, I don't know. I mean, you can make a case for the very small ventilation, but again, it's like kind of like a giant smartphone, I guess. Okay, maybe that's not really the most accurate assessment. But the reason I bought this, it had so many games I wanted for it. Hold on, let me show you what I got. And if you follow my channel, it's pretty obvious what the first game I got was. Super Mario Odyssey. What'd you expect? I'm a Mario fan. But man, I've been playing this and it's like, Mario is finally out of his stagnation era. It's like such a breath of fresh air just having a nice moveset that isn't really like safe or anything. You can pull off a double jump, triple jump, roll, and all that. It's just so much fun. Mario finally has like a fun moveset. We haven't had like a fun moveset since like, I don't know, Super Mario Sunshine. At least in the 3D realm. I mean, all the crazy moves you can pull off is pretty much this game's selling point. Well, that in addition to the massive collectathon aspect, that so far I'm liking pretty much. I really like the level design. It's just nice and open, you can find secrets here and there. It kind of reminds me of Banjo-Tooie, except it's a little more convenient than that game. For one, transformations is just walking up to an enemy and throwing a hat at it. You don't have to find Mumbo Wumba at some various hut that's like a really long walk away from wherever you are in the level, especially Grunny Industries. So yeah, it's a giant collectathon that doesn't waste your time. It's so cool, you can actually warp around the checkpoints and all that is from anywhere. You just press the minus button on the Switch, and then you can just choose which flag checkpoint you want to warp to. And then the hat, like Mario will get sucked into the hat, and the hat will go to the checkpoint. It's just, that's awesome, They thought of everything. They didn't want to waste the player's time. They want the player to have the maximum amount of fun. You know what, I'm gonna save all that praise for like a editorial of some sort. Now keep in mind, I am pretty early in the game. So far, I love the game, but that's only so far, Like my friend Michael, who runs the Exo Paradigm Gamer channel, he loved the game up until the post-game content, which I heard was pretty lackluster. I don't know how I'll feel about that, but we'll see, because after all, I am one of the few who will defend the green stars in Galaxy 2. But yeah, the Mega Man Game Boy retrospective is in the works. I kind of had a writer's block, like, what do I talk about now? Do I talk about the weapons or the level design next? Do I talk about the bosses or the robot masters? It's like, I'm figuring out a way to segue into one of those parts, you know? I gotta cover everything about Mega Man, you know? Every single aspect, just so like my opinion is complete, you know. It's like I don't want to like release a review that's kind of like short on information. Like I can't believe in the X retrospective I completely glossed over all the weapons and like the fact that they had like a second function where you can charge them and all that. I mean, I kind of went into that with the X2 video, but I didn't really talk about it in like X1, X2, and X3, and when I started using like the charge powers for those respective weapons, it kind of changed my opinions on the games as a whole, you know? I had so much more fun with X1 when I like charged up the ice power up, you know? It's just, I want to be elaborate, and I will eventually like redo the X retrospective, but that won't be until like the classic series is done, you know? In other words, it won't be for several years to come, so don't worry about that. But anyways, I hope you look forward to the Game Boy retrospective. The first part will happen sometime in March, probably in the middle of March, you know, I'm not going to rush it or anything like that. I just want it to be a good part. I'm going to probably do 2 videos a month, you know, it's like, so don't expect like Mega Man 2 Game Boy till like the end of March. Maybe early April if I'm really like swamped with work or something like that. Work has not entirely taken over my life or anything like that, but I'm just trying to learn to chill a little bit. I'll stream here and there to supplement the weeks where I don't upload anything at all if you're into live streams, you know. I'll also try to make more editorial content for new games, I guess, so while they won't be like full feature-length reviews and all that, I'll talk about like one aspect that really stood out with me with some new games. It's not a promise, it depends on how I feel. Like, I already have a bunch of video ideas I want to do, but it's like, I don't know, the thing about editorials that's really difficult is to come up with like a conclusionary statement to end off on. There's at least like 5 editorials I've written where I just didn't really have anything to end off with. I didn't have an answer to my own like thesis statement or anything like that, and that is just, I'm not going to be like one of those people who's like, what do you think? Please leave a comment in the comment section below, please, and let me know what you think. You know, that's such a cheap cop-out way to end an editorial, you know? If you're going to propose a question, at least come up with an answer yourself that isn't poorly researched and all that. And to be honest, it's like there's so much information and all that. The editorials usually just get canceled due to information overload, you know. I don't know what conclusion I want to end off with, basically. That's why it's easier to review games than it is to make editorials, but yeah, that's just what I've been up to lately. But thank you all so much for the continued support. I was really surprised how much you all liked the Super Mario Land 2 DX video. I didn't expect that to perform well at all, at least for SQG standards and all that. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and remember to stay awesome. Jeez, I'm not pointing correctly. Alright.